You are not anxious because you're weak or broken. You're anxious because your biology is being hijacked. In those moments when your chest tightens and your thoughts spiral, no amount of just think positive actually works. Today, I'm going to show you a military-grade 30-second cold water method that instantly cuts through the anxiety loop without meditation, motivation, or willpower. Welcome to Simple Surge. If you're ready to move from mental coping to biological control, this cold water protocol is your new tactical reset. We live in a constant high cortisol environment, notifications, overload, and uncertainty. When a spike hits, your body goes into full alert. Your heart rate jumps, your breathing gets shallow, and your thinking brain goes offline. In that state, telling yourself, "Relax, it's fine," is like slapping a sticky note on a fire alarm. Your cortex is not in charge, your nervous system is. To shut down anxiety, you must speak the language of the body, not the language of thoughts. This is where thermal shock comes in. Special forces and divers have used cold water exposure as a physiological kill switch to interrupt panic in the field, and you can do this at home with nothing more than a bowl and some ice. The secret is something called the Mammalian Dive Reflex. Your body has an ancient program that activates when your face hits cold water. It assumes you're underwater and instantly shifts to survival mode. When this reflex kicks in, your heart rate drops. Blood flow is redirected and your system moves from sympathetic fight or flight toward parasympathetic rest and digest. It's a hardwired brake pedal for your anxiety response. Cold water on the face also stimulates the vagus nerve, the main highway of your parasympathetic system. When you hit it with the right stimulus, it sends a powerful stand-down signal through your entire body. Here's how to execute this like a pro. Step 1. Fill a bowl with cold water and add ice until it reaches roughly 10 to 15 degrees Celsius. That's 50 to 59 Fahrenheit. It should feel uncomfortably cold, but not painful. Step 2. Position yourself safely. Kneel or sit with the bowl on a stable surface. Hands on the edge for support, spine neutral. You want to be able to come up quickly if needed without slipping. The magic zone is from just under your eyes to your chin. This is where the receptors for the dive reflex are strongest. You don't need your whole head underwater, just the front of your face. Step 4. Take a breath in, exhale gently, then submerge your face for 10 to 15 seconds. You'll feel the cold shock, then a subtle shift as your system begins to downshift. Come up slowly and take a deep, controlled breath through your nose, exhaling through pursed lips. Many people notice an immediate sense of grounding, as if the volume dial on their anxiety was turned down. In controlled environments, the bowl is ideal. In the field, emergencies, backstage, even in a bathroom, you can use a cold gel pack or a soaked cloth pressed firmly against your cheeks and upper face to trigger a similar response. Aim for 10 to 15 seconds of immersion, followed by 30 to 60 seconds of rest. You can repeat this up to 3 times, but most people feel a significant shift after the first or second cycle. What's happening inside? Heart rate variability begins to stabilize, indicating better nervous system flexibility. At the same time, circulating cortisol can drop, moving your body toward a recovery state instead of alarm. This is why this works faster than trying to think your way calm. The brain is forced to prioritize the intense, clear thermal signal over the vague, abstract worries. Calm the body first, and your thoughts follow. Use this protocol before high-stakes events, a presentation, a difficult conversation, even combat or crisis scenarios. You're not numbing yourself, you're reclaiming control from your overactive alarm system. If you feel a panic spike coming, this is a rapid intervention. Rather than riding the spiral up to a full attack, you interrupt the loop with a hard physiological reset. You don't need ice baths, glaciers, or suffering. This is not about punishing yourself. It's about precision, a controlled cold stimulus to the right area for the right amount of time. Used consistently, this method trains your nervous system that intense sensations are not always threats. Over time, you build neurological resilience instead of fragility. This is the shift. From mentally managing anxiety to biologically mastering it. You stop arguing with your thoughts and start leading with your physiology. Recap the steps. Trigger the dive reflex, let heart rate and cortisol drop, then move into your task from a place of grounded control. You now have a military-tested reset button at your sink. Your biology is not your enemy, it's your tool. Once you know the switches, anxiety becomes a signal you can respond to, not a storm you're trapped inside. Next time anxiety hits, you have a choice. Ride the panic loop or hit the cold reset. Which one are you going to reach for? If this gave you a tactical tool you can actually use, smash that like button and share this with one person who lives in constant anxiety. Help them find their off switch. Comment below, "I choose biological control," to lock this in as your new default response. Subscribe to Simple Surge for more science-backed ways to rewire your stress. Go try the cold water protocol and notice how fast your body listens.